woulda. I get so emotional. I had this dream. Ironically, Tyler Buckingham, of all people, was in my dream. For those of you that watch the rest of my channel, you know who Tyler Buckingham is. He's a fellow comic. He's the frat boy comic. I don't think he's an actual frat boy, but he looks like a frat boy. And he was in my dream, and he was listening to me cry. This is a really weird dream, but I think it's significant. And I'll tell you why in a second, okay? So, I was crying over something from my past that I can't rectify. And he heard me crying. And he was dating this girl. And they were both convinced that I needed help. And so they came up to me the next day and tried to talk to me about it. And I ended up helping his girlfriend, who was really, really insecure. And thank you so much for the non-existent turn signal. Thank you so much. People that don't use their turn signal, that's the tip of the iceberg, okay? Just imagine how terrible they are in the rest of their life, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna use my turn signal because I'm not terrible, okay? But anyway, so anyway, so in this dream with Tyler Buckingham and his girlfriend, which I don't believe he has. I don't think he has a girlfriend, because if he had a girlfriend, he probably would have bitched about her already on stage. But in this dream, he had a girlfriend, and she was really insecure. And they come up to me thinking that I need help, but it's really them that need help. And I tell this girl, you are so beautiful. You don't need work done. You're beautiful enough. And she starts crying. And he approaches me later and he goes, thank you. Thank you so much. She really needed to hear that. She won't listen to me. I think that women will listen to other women because women know what women experience. At least we should, right? Well, I find this dream to be significant because I know this sounds arrogant, but I think of myself as some sort of shaman. Because I have healed myself. And I healed myself because I trusted my instincts. My instincts told me to throw my psych medication into the toilet. My instincts told me to keep smoking weed. My instincts told me to keep reading and doing research on mental illness. My instincts told me that I didn't need to go to church, I should just walk around and talk to God. My instincts told me that I could go to any church and get something out of it. I could read any book and get something out of it. Because I have an evolutionary mind, okay? I have a mind that wants to be changed. I have a mind that wants to be twisted. I have a mind that wants to grow and learn. Instinct told me that college was a ponzie scheme. Instinct told me not to trust authority figures. Instinct told me I don't need any kind of shot in order to prevent a sickness that I don't have. That instinct was present when I was 6 years old. This shit has never made sense to me. Instinct told me that the news media was acting. Instinct told me that everybody is acting. Instinct told me that authority figures really don't know what they're talking about because they're just reciting lines. They're just doing what they're told. Instinct told me to follow the money. Instinct told me to ask more questions and pay attention. That instinct comes from God. It's not because I'm smart, it's because I'm spiritual. You have a lot of people that are religious, but they're not spiritual, so they have no idea what the hell's happening to them. I'm a spiritual person would listen to music made by Protestants and they still get something out of it. I mean, gospel is going to be good. It doesn't matter, like, where it's coming from. It's going to be good because it's from the heart. That's why I don't trust Christian music, because it seems so fake. This is not redundant, you know? Because it's from her heart. You guys, I think I'm some kind of spiritual healer, but I don't think it's like the way that you think about spiritual healers. You know, you think of, like, you know, witch doctors and shit like that. I don't come at it from that angle because I really don't know that much about stuff like that.
I just know that I've done some research and I've paid attention to life. Paid attention to the way that the world works, and I paid attention to the way that men and women operate and the way that we interact. And I feel like I can figure out what works and what doesn't based off my observations alone. I've had my own personal experiences with a lot of stuff. And what I find interesting is how many people get offended when you tell the truth. For example, if I were to say that a lot of people south of the border are responsible for sexually harassing women, not only in the workplace, but on the street, if I were to say that, I'd be called a racist. But I've worked with enough people south of the border to know that this is true. And I've walked past enough construction sites as a child and gotten whistled at to know that this is true. And yet people would be upset. And they say I'm trying to vilify an entire race or something. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just telling you what I've experienced. But in a day and age where everybody plays the victim about anything that they could possibly play the victim about, if you make a statement that goes contrary to their narrative about who's a victim and who's the one victimizing, then, you know, they really don't care about victimhood. They really don't care about sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, rape, murder, none of that shit. They don't care about any of it if it goes against their narrative. Just like, say somebody's lying about being a victim, and they fit the part of how you think of victims. It doesn't matter if they're lying, right? You're still gonna believe them, you're still gonna go along with their bullshit. So, moral of the story, this world's complete crap. Don't expect anything from society. Don't expect anything from this world. Don't expect people to believe you or care about you. Whatever happened to you, whatever you're going through, babies, use that to strengthen your relationship with the Lord, because He's the only one that cares. And I don't think that bad things happen to good people because God is playing games with us. Bad things happen to good people because this world is shit. Now, I do think that there are certain things that the Lord allows to happen in order to chastise us. But I think a lot of people look at stuff that happens like it's a form of punishment. Should I got my little bowl of peanut butter? Deceived. This is more gospel greats. I already listened to gospel greats 2 nights ago. So good. You know, I totally forgot that I'd ordered yet another box of CDs. So I have a 5th CD order. This one isn't as big. I saw that there was one Brubeck album that I didn't have, and I was like, I have to get that. So now I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have every single thing that the Dave Brubeck Quartet has ever composed. Anyway. I was saying something so important. Oh. Healing yourself. God will give you the tools necessary to heal yourself. You don't need to trust anybody, okay? People will fuck you up. Because it's all about money for them. They don't care about your health. You think that mental health professionals care about your health? They do what they're told. Everybody does what they're told. That's why really the only people that you can trust are like people that do it themselves, people that like have their own way of operating. Because they probably pay attention. They've probably done it a bunch of different ways. They've utilized different methods and compared and contrast to see which one works the best, rather than just going by the book. And see, I've done that shit too, you know. I've done a lot of different things, and I can tell you, I wouldn't be so hardcore about the Bible if I hadn't gone the wrong direction for so long. No, I don't think that doing a bunch of drugs was going the wrong direction because it led me to this point. You have a lot of people that drop too much acid and they end up becoming Christians. So, what's wrong with that? Why are you looking at me, bitch? She was like driving and like looking over at me like, what the fuck? So I came to work early only to sit in my car and eat this apple. But back to that dream I had. I do think it's significant because I've been told by so many people that I help them. And I'm not really even trying, you know? I feel like my friend Kimberly, she's the only one that I really tried to help her, you know? And she was a compulsive liar. And I was very concerned for her emotional stability and I took my time trying to figure out how to talk to her rather than just making accusations and jumping to conclusions and shit. You know, I really thought about the whole thing for a while. I analyzed the situation. I was diligent. I was precise. But it's because she's my friend, you know? And, you know, sometimes if you say the wrong thing, you scare people away. And a lot of times if you say the right thing, but you say it too quickly, or you say it in a way that they can't understand, then it sounds like the wrong thing, you know? And I don't want to do that. Because I've done that before. But, you know, she compares me to Jesus because of that. The thing is, most people don't have time to talk to somebody that has a problem like that. They just see them as a lost cause, but the thing is, like, she's got a lot of self-awareness, so I was like, well, maybe she's got some hope. She's very, very smart. Very observant. And I know this because she's funny. Anybody that's funny is because they're self-aware and they're observant. Comedy's terrible because you don't have self-aware, observant people doing it. You have cyborgs doing it. People that don't pay attention to anything. But you know, if you care about something or somebody, you gotta work with them. Like, if you're willing to sit down with somebody and correct them and their behavior, if you're willing to be patient with them, then that means that you love that person, you know? You want them to be a better person. You want them to be the best person that they can be, you know? And if you're not willing to do that, then you don't really care. And it really bothers me how little people care about anything. They love to bitch. They love to bitch about stuff, but they're not willing to work for anything that they want. Which leads me to believe they don't actually want it. Todd got me this. Isn't that lovely? But yeah, if you're not willing to work, you don't deserve it. Like, all these people, they just want to vote. They want to keep voting and protesting and making posters and whining online. That's all they're willing to do. And they just don't get it. They don't get it. But, you know, I just hope I don't have to bunk with these people in a gulag. You know, that's what I'm concerned about. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. We can come up with all kinds of conclusions, but it's like, I really want Jesus to come back. Well, a lot of people have wanted that for a long time. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But what's really cool about being a Christian that a lot of people don't understand, including Christians, is that you have the kingdom of God with you all the time. You have constant access, and this is what you realize on psychedelics. Not to keep harping on psychedelics, but you realize that you have this option every day, all day, to hang out in the kingdom. You have this opportunity to be with God all the time. And because this material world is constantly trying to rope you back into their bullshit, it robs you of your true nature and what you're really supposed to be doing. And the more that you give into the material world, the more shit that you accumulate that you think you need. You know, like, I love my music collection. I'm attached to my music collection, but that's because it's something I'm passionate about. I love the fuck out of music, and it's taught me a lot about the person that I am. But, you know, I could let all that go, man, because I still have it, like, in my heart. So all that stuff, the stuff that's most important, you already have it in you. Oh, thank God, I hear Raj. I was worried about her. She didn't come to work the other day. I always just assume that somebody either died or, like, they just left and they're, like, never coming back. I'll never see them again. But yeah, man. God is in you. So you don't have to look very far. And you don't have to go to church. At this point, though, I would go to church because you don't know how long that shit's gonna last. So enjoy it while you can, right? But God is everywhere. Just talk to him. Just say, hey, man, I need you, motherfucker. He'll respond to motherfucker.